Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. This is for educational purpose only. This is the case of the Idaho 4. May the 4 victims rest in peace, condolence to the families, and may the correct justice be served. Pay attention to how the detectives are looking up towards the 3rd floor. They're looking at the water pole, I believe. Do they believe that somebody climbed up there? Let's not forget, in the beginning, they clearly said that they did not know where the access point, entry point to this house was. They did not know if the suspect or suspects came in from the sliding door or windows. You have the ladder there. I don't believe the ladder was used. It was winter, it was freezing cold. I doubt the victims had their windows open. Yet again, anything is possible in this case. If they climbed up that pole, they would have got up to the 3rd floor. But it depends if his window was open, or the bathroom window. I don't believe they have to bother climbing up any place. Surviving roommates or somebody could have left the door unlocked. And let's not forget, many people had the code to the front door. So it would have been easy for anyone to access the house. But I believe whoever accessed this house, whoever entered this house, knew the whereabouts in this house. They did not just research it from the outside, because more updates could have, more refurbishing could have been done in the house without it being on Google Maps. So I believe this is somebody who's entered the house before, somebody who most likely knows where the victims sleep, what timings they sleep. What if there was cameras located inside the house? Did they install cameras? Because then they could see exactly when all 4 victims came inside the house and left the house. Or did they have an inside job? Did they have someone in the inside informing them about when the victims came in? Is that a light or camera? I believe it's a light. This is Kaylee's bedroom and veranda. How come the empty pizza cartons were lying outside, thrown outside it? The sliding door, when it could have clearly been evidence and it could have had forensics, fingerprints, blood, anything on it. Doesn't make sense. Said clearly told the undercover police that he lives at Taylor Avenue because he pointed towards that direction. And this picture, I believe, was taken at Taylor Avenue on the 2nd floor. You can see the outlayers of the veranda. We know that Said has taken pictures with Zana before, when all of them were carrying that cuddly bear, the yellow one. I wonder if this was all a setup. was Saeed involved, allegedly. So the front door was left wide open. Let's not forget that many people had the code to the front door. Wasn't there a black glove found outside near this bin? Did the suspects come running out from the front door and the glove could have fallen out then? A cigarette butt was even found in front of the house. Why did Zana ask her father to come and help her to fix her window lock? Sorry, her door locks. Were they under fear? Did somebody threaten their lives? I believe that's Maddie's car. Or Zaina, the blue one. It's kind of strange that this happened the night Kaylee came. That's a red flag itself. Kaylee was studying from home. I wonder if she's scared for her life since she had a stalker, allegedly. Crime of passion. That's what the mayor said. Was somebody jealous of Kaylee that she moved on? That she bought herself a nice vehicle? That she was done with her education? Kaylee was going to leave with her dog Murphy. Could that have upset her ex-boyfriend? This was from Xana's TikTok, and pay attention to how close Xana is standing near DM's room. This was the video, the TikTok clip where they all were imitating each other, all the 6 roommates. Look at the space, pay attention to the space between Xana and the door. DM's door. And let's not forget what DM said. DM said she saw the suspect face to face. He had bushy eyebrows. She couldn't have seen him sideways to know that he has bushy eyebrows. She had to see him face to face. She said he was 5'10". Not 6'2" or 6'3", or above 6'1", 5'10". What a typical way to describe a suspect with black clothing and a mask. Wonder how long this was all allegedly take to pre-plan. I showed you Maddie standing next to the door too with another friend, or maybe Xana. The person had their back turned, but you could see Maddie, and it looked like Maddie came down from the steps, so she was facing the same way as Xana. And you could see how close Maddie was standing next to the door too. So it's impossible for me to believe that DM came face to face with Brian Christopher Kohlberger, or the alleged person who unalived these 4 victims, may they rest in peace. And the suspect did nothing to DM. Make it make sense. So you can see actually how close Xana is to the door. And let's not forget, keep in mind that the suspect left from the sliding door. Why didn't DM lock her room and call 911? Didn't she think of something's not right? Something is clearly wrong. You saw a masked man with bushy eyebrows in your house and you still didn't call law enforcement. Was she that confident? How come she never mentioned if the person was carrying a knife in his hand? Isn't that strange? Because you can't put the weapon back in the knife sheath. You can't, because it'll turn sticky. So I was researching and that's what it clearly said. So he would have definitely be holding the knife, pointing it downwards or upwards or whatever, but she would have seen it. Wonder if that was the statement she gave from the very beginning, or if that was the statements that she gave down the line. Because in the beginning she said she heard rummaging upstairs. Pay attention. You have Xana's room to the right. You have the living room here. The good vibes. Pictures where the fingerprints was found, one of the 3 unidentified male DNAs. I hope that comes up in trial. Others that they'll have to call it a mistrial. These students will never get justice. And the real suspects may get away, in my opinion. Did they demolish the house to get rid of the 3 unidentified male DNAs is my question. So pay attention to DM's room once again. Look at the gap between the corridor. Should have definitely met the suspect, whether he came from Xana's room or whether he came from upstairs. They would have met each other there. And she could have seen directly into his eyes. She would have said, he has blue eyes or grey eyes. The eye color matters. The eyes is the first thing you see in psychology. That's what is the issue for me from the beginning. Okay, you can be in a shock state, I'm sure. But for 8 hours, and after you woke up from your shock, you decided to call the sororities, the frats, Hunter Johnson, and everyone except 911? This ain't right. She would have even got the height right, because BK is much taller than her. 5'10" would be around her height, 5'11". Did she see Saeed allegedly? Did she see the Sigma Key fraternity boys? There was a fight at the Sigma party. Did she see the Jacks? And she thought, just lock your room in and don't interfere. And she knows John Shawalter and Bethany Funk. They've been in the same high school in Boise, Idaho. This whole town is connected. DM would have heard Maddie and Kaylee fighting for their lives. Is she trying to say she didn't hear anything? And these are wooden floors. or wooden-like kind of walls. The walls are thin. Should have definitely heard all the yelling. Xana's right next to her room. She would have heard that. She says she heard Katie say, "There's somebody here." I believe Ethan and Xana were actually walking to the party, and they must have come back walking because the car was parked properly there. And it just takes a minute, 2 minutes for them to walk down to the Sigma fraternity party. Why would they use gas? And it's cold, snowy. I don't think they would have drove. Could something have happened to them on the way back? Pay attention to the crime scene tape. Goes all the way around, but then this one goes in a cutaway right up to Bethany Funk's window, room, and to the rest of the house. A lot of evidence was gathered in front of BF's room. And BF would have heard everything too, because she lives right underneath the living room. Could she have left someone in? They were at home at 1 a.m., both BF and DM, according to the police. And we have Maddie here, standing in front of DM's room. Once again, I don't know if this person is Xana with the curly long hair or somebody else. What I'm trying to explain is look at how close Xana is to DM's room. DM would have seen the person's correct height, eye color, and everything. So if she saw him and the person saw her, the suspect saw her, why would he leave her alive? That doesn't make sense. But if it's the students who allegedly are the suspects, then they all could be in it. The frats, they could have, because DM heard rummaging upstairs and she thought it was the Sigma Key boys. They were having a party that night. And we saw the Halloween pictures of DM in a terrible condition, with Maddie sitting on her lap. And if DM was being bullied, they were calling her Justin. I wonder if Justin is a real name, or if it was Justin Smith, like somebody in my comment said. Could she have retaliated? Just a question. Was the retaliation for Hannah Clee? Was the retaliation for Roggs or something else? I believe revenge was definitely the motive and crime of passion. I don't believe there was only one motive or one target. I believe there are plenty of motives and plenty of targets. All four were the targets. This was the last picture that was ever seen of Ethan with his brother and sister, the triplets, Hunter and Maisie, and Maisie's roommate. They all went on a date to the Betty's ball. Pay attention, no pictures was taken of E and Zana after that. Not on social media, unless their phones was taken from them and deleted. I don't think BK would have had time for that. There's no trace of the couple. And let's not forget, Zana wasn't here. But was Zana at home? Or was she already at the frat party? All these people were at the Betty ball. So I'm sure they continue going to the Sigma party. They all could be witnesses to the fight that allegedly happened between the Davids and the couple. So these pictures was from the 13th of November, the same night. Kappa Alpha Theta, the University of Idaho, November 13 at 7:17 p.m. So did the party start at 7? Because the triplets were there right up to 9 p.m. So these were from the students' TikTok pictures. It's interesting that Ethan looked kind of happy. This was 9 p.m., before 9 p.m. that night. So I wonder if this was planned after the fight at the Sigma Chi fraternity broke out. This was the outfit he had on. I wonder what Kaylee knows. Kaylee seems to be texting the whole time at the grub truck. I wonder if the police found her phone. Who was she texting? Showalter kept on trying to lean towards her to check, and Kaylee seemed to be distancing from him. What is Showalter carrying in his pockets? A phone device? Okay, but allegedly, what could it be? He has too many things in his pocket. I personally believe many people are carrying at the grub truck. Like the guy pointed out. Look at his jacket. What does he have there? Oh my God. Is that what I think it is? All I did is zoom in. I could be wrong. What is this curve? Wow. Does he have a metal rod? Or does he have machete? What does he have in his pocket? Never seen that before. It starts from above and it ends there. Interesting. It's a curved machete. Should I be saying that? Is it a long Rival? What is it? It starts from there. Wow. So now I really need to ask this question. What is John Rogers Showalter carrying? I could be wrong, guys. But that doesn't look normal. Thought it was a K-bar in the beginning, but it is much longer. Let me zoom in. You'll see that. He doesn't look like he has any care in the world. Let's not forget this is the man who threatened the girls and said, you know, they're going to get you for that, Maddie. And pay attention to those two guys. The one that I believe is Hannah Clay's brother and the other tall guy. They pretend they did not know each other in the beginning. Now they're standing right behind Showalter. What is he carrying? Oh my God. Wonder if this was all checked. If that is how his jacket is made, then my question is, what is bulging from his pocket? It looks like a sharp-edged weapon. Strange. Ethan looked like he was enjoying himself that night. So was this all pre-planned after the Betty's ball? May rest in peace. It's heartbreaking. Could that have been the black Jeep that Elon Musk was talking about? Does look like a nice Jeep. And that is Jack D's house, the shorter one. He could have just jumped from the behind window, gone on all the way around, gone into the girl's house, if there were many people involved. Wonder if this white car in the corner is a Hyundai Elantra. Wonder if there's any white Hyundai Elantras there. Very possible. This is not far from Jack D's house. Any of this could be a white Hyundai Elantra. Why was he the last person to be ruled out? And why was he suspect number one in the beginning of this case? I mean, by the public, by the college students. Hey man, Showalter hoodie guy. And the Davids. Nothing has changed for me. What was hoodie guy carrying? I'm still shocked over what I showed you guys. I could be totally wrong, so just follow your own beliefs. But my eye tells me he's carrying something that he's not supposed to be carrying. Then later on people cuss me for that, other YouTube creators, but that's not fair. I showed you the guy with a long weapon in his pants, and he has a belt to hold it, and I showed y'all what hoodie guy, aka John Rogers Jack Showalter Jr., is carrying in his jacket. Just look at the shapes of what they're carrying in their jackets in the grub truck. And I've already exposed Banfield from the beginning what side was watching. If you put all those things together in the timelines, it will start adding up. When it comes to motives, revenge, crime or passion, I can see all of that above. Hannah Clay, definitely. Because I believe there's more to Hannah Clay's than story then be being told. I don't believe she unalived herself. She could have been unalived. It was always said in the beginning that her brother came to take, her half-brother came to take revenge, and that he was at the grub truck. That is just what was said in plenty of the YouTube channels. And it came out from Idaho, Moscow College, without saying exactly who in Hannah Clee's family. Somebody has been contacting me and saying that this was his half-brother. He was Hannah's brother too. Who's done this, allegedly. Can't go furthermore into that. But it does make sense after hearing a couple of pages of what he had to say. There was a lot of bullying, I believe, that was going on. And a lot of jealousy, revenge, steroids, and different things that were taking place in this university. And obviously, the college doesn't want to lose new students. 40% of the income comes from Idaho. From Idaho, Moscow comes from the university itself, the college. Wonder if Inama saw that Jeep. It looks like any of those white cars could be a Hyundai Elantra. Jack D could have been driving it. It's parked next to his house. And his alibi is Adam, and Adam's alibi is Jack D. Classic. Showalter drove off 5 hours to Boise, Idaho, to his family's cabin. He could have taken the weapon along with him, allegedly. Nothing makes sense. So it was definitely Jack D at the corner club when you compare his pictures. Where was Emily? That night. If you pay attention to all of Xana's pictures, Emily's in her pictures. They were always together, and Hunter was with Ethan too. They all were like a group of 4. And sometimes Hunter Chapin and his sister would join in. Where was the couple? And why was Hunter called before 911? Why is the 911 call on a gag order, sir? Is this all a cover-up, I wonder? Why did they choose to call Hunter Johnson? Is it because he was not involved and it was the Sigma Key fraternity, allegedly? Why did they call him? And where was Emily? This was when Maddie and Kaylee and John, Jack, Roger Showalter were walking from the corner club down towards the grub truck. Pay attention to the black truck. I wonder if that was the same black truck we saw the picture of Jack D and his uncle with, and the same black truck that drove at 3 a.m. in front of Taylor Avenue. Where was all these trucks allegedly seen near the corner club? You see the white truck that looks like Jack D's truck too. This was the black truck that passed Taylor Avenue. Look at all the timelines around 3 a.m. You have this black truck passing by Taylor Avenue. You have a white Sierra passing by Taylor Avenue. Could this be the same one that is parked in front of Corner Club? Was it at the Corner Club? And later that night it was seen in front of 1122 Kings Road at 3 a.m. It was parked in front of 1122 Kings Road, according, allegedly, to the tripod that was recording behind the house from Chicago. They told us that they put up the poster in Facebook, but it was deleted immediately. I think it was done by the FBI or law enforcement. So look at this truck. Passes at 3 a.m. Could it be this black truck that Jack D is standing in front of? You can see him with Murphy. This is when he dyed his hair black. 9 days after the quadruples. I find that to be a red flag. You always have to look for changes. Was this his black truck that was driving in front of Taylor Avenue at 3 a.m.? Or was it DM's father, mother, or stepmother's truck? I don't think it was DM's, because pay attention to how big the wheels are. Jack D's truck makes more sense. This white truck was said in the beginning of this case that it was seen driving in front of 1122 Kings Road at 1:35 a.m. So did Jack D drive after the Corner Club after Kaylee and Maddie left? Did he drive past their house, or did somebody drive him there? Or did somebody borrow his truck and drop off the suspects, and they could have hidden in the house, in the closets, or under the bushes, waiting for the girls to come? Why was this white truck seen there? Were they pre-planning? Let's not forget, DM and BF were at home at 1 a.m. I put the picture side by side. On the left, that's the same white truck in front of 1122 Kings Road around 1:35 or 1:30 in the morning. And then you have the same white truck driving up, passing by Kaylee, Maddie, and John Showalter, who were on their way to the Corner Club, to the grub truck. You see this car pulling up towards the Corner Club. So there was a white truck and a black truck in front of the Corner Club. I find that to be extremely interesting. Jack D used to have a white Hyundai Elantra. I heard he sold his white truck right 1 week after the unalivings. I wonder why. Could the police have got the wrong car? What does Big Kim mean by let the secrets come out? No more secrets. I still can't get over what hoodie guy has in his pocket. What does he have on? What does he have inside his pocket, guys? Let me know. This is strictly my opinion, so if anyone uses it, use it under fair use purpose. I just wanted to show my subscribers and viewers what I see. I could be completely wrong. Correct me in the comment channel. Please do not use the word that starts with M. Just say sharp edge weapon. This looks like more than a sharp edge. Wow. You can see the flash of the truck coming down Kings Road, and it passes by Taylor Avenue. Was it Jack D's truck? The black truck was seen in Taylor Avenue, and it looks like it's parked in front of Corner Club. It could be any other black truck, but it's kind of strange because that black truck and the white truck that was driving behind Kaylee and Maddie and John Showalter, driving towards the grub truck, the same white truck that was seen driving past 1:30 a.m. passing by 1122 Kings Road, allegedly that night. That was all said in the beginning. That's not a fact, that's allegedly. If we put all those dots together, it makes sense. I personally believe that white truck could have drove the suspects, whoever's going to do these horrific crimes, to the house before Maddie, Kaylee, Xana, and Ethan even made it to the house. They could have hidden the closets or hid at the first floor, at the spare room. And when the girls and the awful victims came home, they could have charged on them. It's very possible, in my opinion. That's just only my thoughts, guys. So there's definitely two that I see are packed at the grub truck. You have this one, and you have Showalter. This just can't be a line in his pant or something else. Absolutely not. It goes from his belt up to his knee. Pay attention. All I'm doing is zooming in. All I have on white shoes. What a pattern. Shout out to Marta Makey, family member of my channel. She said something very interesting. She said, do you think these people have a code, wearing the same clothes or shoes or something like that? And I said, yeah, I've noticed they wear white shoes, caps. They'll look at each other, nodding their heads. What is he carrying? Strange. He is definitely packed. What is he carrying inside his jacket? On the right-hand side. Wow. You can see, I'm sure that's a knife or sharp object, in my opinion. Wow. What is hoodie guy carrying? I know it's blurry, but you can zoom in and you can see something's not right in his pockets. And the other young lad who's carrying a machete longer than him. Besides his hands, he has something in his pockets. Let me know what you're thinking in the comment channel. Guys, let's be mindful and respectful. I really appreciate y'all. Have a lovely Sunday.